Hey, what's going on, Freedom? It's me, Pastor David, and look, we're at the end of this year. It's the end of 2022. We begin this year declaring that this would be the year of victory. And I pray that throughout this year, you've seen victories in various aspects of your life. Although sometimes those victories may have not looked like you imagined them to look. But guess what? If you've won regardless whether it was won by a lot or won by a little. A victory is a victory. So I'm excited that we've made it to the end of this year, which means it's time to prepare for next year. And I just want to spend a few minutes just to lay out the vision for 2023 here at Freedom Fellowship Church. Of course, you know our mission is going to remain the same. Our mission is simply to lead people to freedom. Yeah, that's our whole goal. We want to see people delivered and liberated from the things that may be holding them back from experiencing the life that God has for them. Although our mission is staying the same, our vision is going to change somewhat. Our original vision, as you know, is to be a multi-generational community of believers who are Christ-centered, community-focused, and family-oriented. We're going to change that a little bit as I've been seeking God about this next season of Freedom Fellowship Church. And our new vision reads simply like this: to be a community of believers who has a heart to see people experience God's best. Let me say that again. To be a community of believers who has a heart to see people experience God's best. At the heart of our ministry, we literally just want to see people to experience all that God has for them. And that connects to our mission because our mission is to lead people to freedom, and often it's that freedom in the various aspects of people's life that they need to experience in order for them to experience God's best. So I'm excited as we as a church and as a community develop a heart, meaning every person we see, every person we meet, every person we encounter, every person who walks through the door of Freedom Fellowship Church, it's our heart for them to experience God's best. So now let's talk about this upcoming year, 2023. So here it is. Here's the vision statement for 2023, or the theme, should I say, for 2023. It's simply this: 2023 is the year of unprecedented growth. Yep, that's it. 2023, it's a faith declaration that 2023 will not just be a year of growth, but it will be a year of unprecedented growth. And I want you to declare that over your life for 2023 as you examine the areas of your life that you want to grow in, that it will be a year of unprecedented growth that you've never experienced before. Yes, I'm speaking to you personally, but this also applies to the church. I'm declaring as pastor that 2023 will be a year of unprecedented growth for our church. Yeah, we're going to experience growth numerically. We're going to experience growth financially. We're going to experience growth as it relates to the impact beyond our imagination, beyond what we've thought or even experienced in the past. This year will be different, and I really believe that, and we're going to do everything we can do in order to make sure that growth happens. But here it is. When I talk about growth, I want to help focus that idea, because first of all, I'm going to address freedom, then I'll address each of us as individuals. First, at freedom, the first and major thing we want to do is we want to grow spiritually. Yeah, we want to grow spiritually, and that's going to be the big thing you hear time and time again throughout this year. It's developing each of you all, developing us as a church spiritually. How can we become more sensitive to the Spirit? How can we hear the will of God? How can we make sure we're being aligned with the will of God? We want to grow so that we can have that impact that we desire. Often the impact that we desire as a church is based on how we are growing spiritually. So when we think about sermons this year, when we think about teaching, when we think about discovery groups, when we think about our programming and our ministries, a big weight is going to be placed on help growing us spiritually. I believe there's so much more of God that we have yet to experience. And I believe this is the year we do that. And this is what I believe. If we grow spiritually, we'll also grow numerically. We'll also grow financially. And we'll also grow as it relates to those who serve here at Freedom Fellowship Church. So yeah, that's the big thing for us as a church, to grow spiritually this year. We're going to dig deep. We're going to learn. We're going to look deeper into the Word of God. We're going to spend a lot more time in prayer. We're going to be spending a lot more time in worship because we want to grow spiritually this year. But what does that mean for you? Because I want to challenge you also for it to be a year of unprecedented growth for you too. So there are 4 areas I've identified that I believe will help you grow this year. 1, I need you to grow spiritually this year. I need you to grow personally, grow professionally, and grow financially. Those are the 4 areas: spiritually, personally, professionally, and financially. So this is what I need you to do. Spend the next few days seeking God about how you need to grow, or in what specific ways that you want to grow. Yeah, seek God. Yeah, I know there may be some things, especially personally, that you've identified in this area of my life. I need to grow in this area, but I want you to take time, just ask God, how do you want me to grow this year? God, what aspect of my life do you desire for me to grow? So then, but don't keep it general. I want us to be very specific, right? Because I need us to be very methodical about this growth. So I don't want you to just say, I'm going to grow spiritually. But no, I want you to pick a specific aspect of your spiritual life where you want to grow. Like for me personally, when I say I want to grow spiritually this year, I want to increase and improve may be a bad word, but I do want to improve my prayer life. So this year, I'm going to spend a lot more time in prayer. I'm going to spend a lot more time this year fasting and things of that nature. A lot more time just meditating and concentrating on God and centering my thoughts on God, spending time in prayer. That's where I'm going to do spiritually. So it may be different for you. You may say spiritually you want to grow as it relates to your knowledge of the Word of God. You want to grow in the area of worship. You may want to grow in prayer as well. I want you to identify what area of your spirituality do you want to grow. You may want to grow your faith. You may want to grow as it relates to trusting God. Pick a specific area and do that for each of those areas, spiritually, personally. You may say there's something personally I need to work on. Yeah, pick a specific area, right? And then not only be specific, I need you to be consistent, be intentional about it, but also need you to be accountable. Yeah, share with someone how you plan on grow. Because look, we're in a season in our church where Freedom's not that big of church, so I can call each and every one of you all, and I want to be able to walk with you this year and hold you accountable in those particular areas. So you will be hearing from me, because I want to know where you are deciding to grow this year, as we both declare this is a year of unprecedented growth. Yeah, I know this is some big picture things, and there's some more specific things you'll be hearing from me as it relates to what we're doing. But this year is all about growth. So hey, that's the vision for the year. 2023 will be the year of unprecedented growth.